Before we continue with this episode, we have an announcement. If you ordered an Is This Gonna Cause an Argument t-shirt, please make sure you watch till the end of the video. We have an announcement. It's really important. Do not skip over it. All right, back to the show. What's up, everybody?
What's happening, family?
And welcome back to another episode of Is This Gonna... Why are you staring at my breasts? You supposed to be doing the intro with me.
I said, what's happening, family?
And I said, welcome back to another episode of
and
Is This Gonna...
Oh. Is this gonna cause an argument?
My name is Angel Lakita Moore, also known as Angel Tanksley. Also known as that chick angel. That chick angel. Oh, Jesus. And I am joined by my big, strong husband and other host. Tell him who you are, baby.
Marcus.
He's being silly. Tell him about the show.
Marcus Tanksley, a.k.a. Tank. Oh, that's the ending, ain't it? This is a podcast. I'm the other host of This Is Gonna Cause an Argument.
Uh-huh.
This is a podcast that me and this beautiful woman do every week.
Thank you.
And we talk about stuff in the world and everything that's going on.
I'm gonna put that over top of me.
What else we talk about? Family. We talk about relationships and love, and every now and then current events. Pretty much talk about anything we want to talk about. You understand? We joined every week. We film this live with our immediate family, and the people that I'm referring to as our immediate family are in Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
To be a part of that immediate family, you can sign up for the low of $5 a month, and at patreon.com/thatchickangel. Yeah. And we just talking to them before we started recording. They're gonna watch us film live. They got comment stuff coming in. We respond to them. We talk to them after we press stop, and the stuff that y'all don't see is us talking to them as well. It's a good time. We also joined by some sponsors. Go on, let them know who the sponsors are, Angel.
My breasts are not the sponsors. I can tell you that right now. Our sponsors are HelloFresh, ZocDoc, and Jenny Kane. We'll tell you more about them later on in the podcast. And we would love it for you to check out our sponsors, because anytime you check out our sponsors, you use them, you let them know we sent you by using our specific URL. It lets our sponsors know that this was a good partnership and a good collaboration. And it also lets us know, because we only want to partner with people who are going to be helpful to our audience. And if they're not something that y'all are vibing with, we can know that and not have that sponsor anymore. Versus if you are vibing with them, we want to make sure that we always having them come, because they give us a good discount code for y'all.
What?
You are stupid. Marcus helped me get dressed today.
Hey, been struggling all morning.
I was like, help me zipping up my pants.
These pants have a zipper in the back.
Even though it is holding my fupa. You hear me? My fupa is like.
And that was before the shirt was on. Did you have on a t-shirt or something?
No, I didn't have on nothing.
Oh, well, I was focused on the back. She was turned around. She wasn't facing me. Then she backs back into the bathroom. It was like, zip me up. It was the top.
Oh, I'm glad that you think I look cute today. I appreciate
You are absolutely beautiful. Let's go on and dress the elephant in the room. Angel looks absolutely gorgeous. I seen some men talking about no disrespect. Hey, it's like calling a building tall. Ain't no disrespect taken.
This man, if you're not watching, has a whole basket sitting over his.
Well, you was doing all sensual stuff. I was hitting all kinds of potholes on the way here. I got to get my suspension checked on the truck now.
Stupid.
She didn't even see me. I was driving like this, just looking to my right the whole time.
So silly. So silly. I appreciate the compliment and the flattery. Very much so. Put this outfit together in my head. And it's so nice when outfits come together the way you picture them. I was like, oh, I haven't worn my blue pants in a while. I got that white corset. I could wear that. It came together. Praise God.
How many different colors this come in?
The corset? Only on this one, this white one. You want me to get more?
I'll get some more. Don't worry about it.
It's going to be the dead of winter. Put on that corset. I'll be like, I'm going to catch pneumonia. That's all right. You'll have a fever. And I have the hot box. That's what I want. All right.
That hot box, boy.
So we like to begin our podcast off with one of two segments. This time it is going to be my favorite segment, and that is Tanksley Pride. Tanksley Pride is a segment where we talk about one of our, or all, or two, or three.
I needed to. It's the face. I've realized it's the face lotion.
Oh, it's burning your eyes?
They be making my eyes burn. I just realized that, I think yesterday, the day before. Hold on, y'all.
Yo, yeah, she can just toss you the box.
Just pitch it here. That's what my granny used to say. Pitch it here.
Oh, I'm scared. She did it. Oop.
That was on me. My eyes closed. I couldn't help it. Nah, I thought it was allergies. It started a couple weeks ago. I've been thinking it's allergies. And then I realized it's the goddamn face lotion I've been using.
You might have to, like, not put it
because I'm not, I switched up my lotions, y'all.
Yeah, he needs something that wasn't so oily on his face.
The lotion I was using, I'm used to just rubbing lotion on my face, make sure I moisturize, not carrying. This one, can't do that.
Yeah, no, that's me with certain makeup. It'll tear. I mean,
I be
be
trying
watering.
to take care of my skin.
It does have a little bit of sunscreen in it, Trini.
Yeah, it has very little bit. That's on the bottle actually.
So as I was saying, we're going to do Tanksley Pride. That's where we talk about one or more of our four boys. We have a 14-year-old, 8-year-old twins, and a 4-year-old. You want me to kick it off? Or you want to kick it off?
Yeah, you can talk.
You're so ornery. So my Tanksley Pride story is about one of our twins. His name is Cy. So both of the twins just started a new school this year. They are going to school with their older brother, Marcus. However, they're on different sides of the campus, so they don't see each other during the day. The twins are in different classes for the first time in their 4 years of being in school. Actually, they've been in school for 5 years because they did TK, kindergarten, first, second, and now they're in third. And this is their first time being in different classes, and it's going well. Cy is in a class where there happens to be a lot for private school in the Valley. Brown kids, black kids. Mm-hmm. So there's about...
I think it's a lot for a private school anywhere, unless you in Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta or DC.
Yeah, DC.
So there's like 7 of them. Now, mind you, the classes are small.
Classes are
there's
small,
only like 13 kids. So that's over half of that one classroom, which I think is great because Cy is the shyer of the two when it comes to Cy and Kai. Anyways, first day of school, or second, is somewhere at the beginning. Cy comes home and says, somebody likes me. And I said, what? I said, what are you talking about? And he said, I don't know who, but somebody likes me. And I said, wait a minute, what happened? He was like, one of his classmates, a girl, comes up to him and was like, somebody in the class likes you. And so I said, I wish you wouldn't have told me that. And I said, tell me how that makes you feel. Why did you say that? So he's like, I don't know. So I started naming different emotions. I was like, does it make you happy? Does it make you sad? Are you uncomfortable? Does it embarrassed? And he said it was somewhere between uncomfortable, and I forgot what the other word is, that they're kind of synonyms. Mm. And I was like, oh, okay. He said, and I said, so that's why you said you wish they wouldn't have told you. He was like, mm-hmm. So then the next day he finds out who it is, right? And it's somebody that we know. And I was like, oh, did she say something to you? He was like, no, she just keeps running away. Like anytime I guess they're like at a play area or whatever, and if he's over there, she kind of like avoids him. And I was like, oh, yeah, she probably does really like you. Fast forward to the second week of school. I was like, is she still run away? He's like, no, now I am. I run away every time. But once he found out who it was, I said, okay, how do you feel about it now? I said, does it make you happy? Does it make you sad? Da-da-da. He was like, I mean, kind of happy. He was like, but still uncomfortable. And I was like, that's a good place to be. That is a very good place to be. I said, I'm still going to come to the school and fight her. But I'm so glad that you're in such a good place. So it is weird seeing him develop differently because when they were at their old school, they came home the first day talking about they had crushes.
Mainly Kai.
Sai did too.
Yeah, he did too. Yeah.
Sai was over here flipping the crushes and I said,
no, I don't like her anymore. I like her now. I have a crush on her. Like,
they have on masks. You haven't even seen their faces. This is when they were still wearing masks. You talking about you had a crush.
It's gonna be at that early 2000s, late 90s discovery when the lights come on in the club.
Yeah, you know.
Oh,
oh, that's what you look like. Thank you.
You are blessed. I mean, bless you.
Oh my goodness. You know what? You know what? I am going to go ahead and talk about our first sponsor while you get yourself together.
Switch the camera.
And that is HelloFresh. Oh my goodness. They're our Tanksley favorite. With HelloFresh, you get pre-portioned straight from the farm ingredients. They're farm fresh. They're seasonal recipes delivered right to your door so you can skip trips to the grocery store, which is what I love. And that's also why it's America's #1 meal kit. When it comes to options, honestly, more is more. That's why HelloFresh menu includes 40 recipes and over 100 add-on items to choose from every week. Now, do you ever wish you could spend less time planning, shopping, and cooking for the family and more time with them? From easy, time-saving breakfasts and family dinners to kid-approved lunches and snacks, HelloFresh has what it takes to keep everyone, including you, happy and satisfied. Literally this weekend on Saturday, I had the boys come downstairs. I said, choose 2 HelloFresh meals to cook, right? They love pasta. So they picked 2 different pasta meals. There was this really fun, it was like a nacho-themed macaroni and cheese, and another one was a sun-dried tomato pasta or spaghetti. And it was so fun. All 4 boys helped me. Little Marcus was over browning the peppers and making the roux for the macaroni and cheese, while Kai and Sai focused on giving me my ingredients to chop up and boiling the noodles for me, the one for the spaghetti and also the one for the macaroni and cheese. And Amar mostly dealt with like stirring up the sour cream sauce that we were making, and there was something else that he was over stirring up. He did such a good job. So not only did they love the meal, but for me, it was a beautiful time for us to be able to cook together. And because of the menu or the recipes being so easy to follow, they were able to read them, look at the pictures, and help me out. And it didn't take a lot of time. So I cannot recommend them enough, especially if you are busy and you just don't have the creative power or the time to come up with a dinner. HelloFresh is what you should use. Go to HelloFresh.com/50argue.
50argue.
And use code 50argue.
50argue.
For 50% off plus 15% off the next 2 months. I'm telling you, this is one of the best deals I've heard from HelloFresh. So please do not miss this. Go to HelloFresh.com/50argue.
50argue.
And use code 50argue.
50argue.
For 50% off plus 15% off the next 2 months. It's HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. Please go into your Tanksley Pride story, Marcus.
My Tanksley Pride story?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, get there.
Okay. Now my Tanksley Pride story, it's this is my oldest son, little Marcus. He I guess he's a typical teenager. Just he done got quiet, stays off to his room to himself. So I find myself trying to bond with him a little more. And I realize that's needed because, like me, he's quiet. So I get that part. But I also, he's in the 9th grade now, just started high school. And I see how he interacts with his friends, which is, a healthy way. But he's still always kind of just a little bit to himself. So I just want to make sure that he knows he can talk to us, make sure he ain't going through some stuff. Because I be asking him, like, you good? He does. I mess with him now and say he's got his own language. I was like, what is that?
Like. Yeah.
No, it's not even it's just
yeah.
I said, what does that mean? Is it different influx? Because I don't hear a difference. I don't hear That's a question. You know what I mean? I ain't just messing with it. It's like, yeah. It's like, yeah, probably not. Or, yeah. Like, no. Like, what is this language you speak? I said, did you go to school for that? Did you study that language? You look it up on YouTube? So I had him laughing about that. But, yeah, just trying to create, because, again, I struggle not to see him as still Amar's age. And, you know, these stupid phones, they send you these memories.
Yeah.
And that's when he was, like, really talkative. You know, even the twins' age, he was really talkative. And now he's he got this whole little mystique thing going. But yeah, just seeing him develop, seeing him grow. He's getting all tall and big. But he still got, because like we asked him the other day, how old do you feel? He said he feels 12.
Yeah, something like that.
Then he was like, nah, 13. I was like, you don't feel 14? No. I've been feeling like that too. But I am glad, we say it all the time, I'm glad he's not trying to mature too early. Because that's what I was definitely trying to mature way too early at that age. But yeah, just seeing him develop, it's like, wow.
It is crazy. It is. We went to a game night, and it was with people from the school our kids go to. One of the women throwing it, she has a son that goes to the school, and there were a couple of other women.
He's the twins' age.
There were a couple of other women who have kids that go to the school. One has a senior at the school currently. And she was like, her daughter is at a party.
Yes.
At the first senior party of the year.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, what? And she's like, you know, it's in a very affluent neighborhood. And the way the parties work now, in order to get past the guard, you have to befriend the party on Instagram. So the party creates an Instagram account. You have to ask to be friends, and then the party will decide whether or not it will befriend you. So then when you get to the gate, the security asks for you to pull up your Instagram.
Yeah.
And you have to show that you are friends with the party. And, you know, these wealthier 25-20 parents be allowing alcohol at these parties. And I said, the hell? The what? The who? And she was like, girl, yes, like it is a known thing. And she said, you know, I had to let my daughter know, hey, listen, you ain't participating in none of that.
That ain't the kicker.
What? The after party?
The after party.
Oh, yeah. And then she was like, and then there's an after party. She said, and I told my daughter, you ain't going to that.
No, the after party the football team's throwing.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, ain't nothing positive outside of a game that a football team is doing outside of school. Trust me on that. All my boys play football, and I'm like, y'all are wild.
Right. And you're right. The Mia 203 in our Patreon saying this has been. I definitely know the people in Kentucky were absolutely letting their kids drink at parties.
Yeah, but they didn't look like us.
Oh, 25-20, still the case.
Yeah.
They would be like, I'd rather it happen in the house where they're safe. And I'm like, or you could just set the boundary of you not doing this shit at this age, not unless you want to have problems with me.
Right.
I am like right now, well, first of all, my son don't even like soda. So I really don't think that he's going to be
he's
like,
so far away from,
let me have some liquor.
Yeah.
Like he adamantly dislikes soda. He's like, give me some water, give me some milk, or give me some juice or lemonade. If it's not one of those, I don't really want it. So I highly doubt he will even be attracted to wanting to drink alcohol. However, I'm not trying to be in denial because this is a senior party. I don't know what the heck he's going to be like as a senior. I also don't think it's going to be a huge deviation from who he is now.
Right.
I think he'll probably just be more mature and more stuck in his ways of like, no, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So,
no, I was never hugely like, was I drinking way before I was legal? Yes. Not way before, but before I was legal, yeah, but it wasn't in high school.
I wasn't drinking before I was legal.
It wasn't something that I truly like desired, like, oh, let me, because most people introduced to beer. I'm a grown ass man to this day. Still don't like beer.
Uh,
It's like, and that's but I remember going to like my friends that went to Scott County out there in Georgetown. I remember going to them parties and when we was in high school, and their parents would be out there and they all drinking beer with these kids. I'm just like,
yeah, no,
nah, I'm good.
that's not.
Hey guys, you want a beer? Nah.
Mm-mm. I'm not that parent, nor do I plan on it. And our kids know we drink. Our kids know we love a good beverage
And my parents
for
did too.
adults. But they also know it is not for them. The twins feel like they having a blast when they get to have soda because we don't purchase soda. The soda we have in our house is because of parties that we've had, not because we drink it. So
I think I drunk more in elementary and middle school just seeing daddy's drink on the countertop. Tried it one time. I was like, because like his liquor like I like mine, straight. He in the bathroom. Stop it.
Burn your nostril hairs off. The twins really feel they got some soda. They got to have soda because their cousin Micah came and Micah drank soda. Micah's like 2 years older than them. And so they had gotten some food from somewhere and they were like, "Can we get soda too?" They were just like, "Yes." It'll be next year when they get to have soda.
Kai's the only one you got to watch closely because Kai will eat condiments and nothing else.
Oh, yeah. He'll eat some mayonnaise.
Ketchup.
And have a blast. He just loves it. He made me a sandwich yesterday.
Give me a waffle so I can eat it with my syrup.
He made me a sandwich yesterday, and it might as well have been a burrito wet style. It was so... the sandwich was still good. My baby made me a good sandwich, lettuce, tomatoes, meat, cheese, but there was definitely more mustard and mayonnaise on that sandwich than any other thing.
Yeah, when they have fries, I put a dollop of ketchup on the side because if you let him pick that ketchup, he will empty the thing, and there will be no ketchup left by the time he won't eat all the fries.
There we go. Their fries
but the ketchup
will still be left.
Will be gone.
Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's our Tanksley Pride story. All right. So.
What? See, I'm keeping eye contact.
Praise God. We're going to do another segment called Take It or Tank It. I think I'll take it.
I think I'll take it.
You jerk. Take It or Tank It is where we talk about either a parenting or a marriage slogan and decide if we agree on it, where we take it, or disagree, where we tank it.
Yeah.
And today's slogan that we'll be talking about is, I ain't one of your little friends. Do you take it or tank it?
I take it and I inject it into my vein.
Ooh, please. Go further.
Because regardless of how close of a relationship I want with my kids.
Is just pissing me off. You're watching it. I'm sorry. I'm subjecting you to my food pot.
Well, put it on me.
Go ahead.
Yeah, as close as I want to be to my kids, I want them to be comfortable coming to me, talking to me about whatever, anything, any and everything. I don't care what it is. I want them to feel comfortable. I try to give them that. I want to make sure that they know they have that freedom. I try to carry myself with that energy of, regardless of, who daddy is, I know I can talk to him, and joke around. I wrestle with my kids, that ain't going to stop. I rough them up and stuff until, they're getting a little big. I might have to just inflict a little chest blow every now and then, but I want them to be comfortable with me. I want them to be able to joke around with me, have a good time with me. I don't have to be just this strict pillar in their life, but at the same time, I'm not your friends. I'm not one of your friends. I'm your parent. You will always show me respect, same as I show my parents respect, grandparents. Don't matter how old you get. It don't matter how old I get. That respect will always be there. The respect that you have for a parent or any adult that you respect like that in your life, you will never have that same kind of respect for a peer. In my opinion, it's always going to be more.
Yeah.
You're as mad as I might have gotten at my granny or my daddy or my mom or anybody. I always shut the hell up and do my place. You know what I'm saying? if they're in the wrong, if I feel like they're in the wrong, that's a discussion. I'm just not, I just don't expect somebody to submit and just like whatever you say goes. No, it's not the case. I'd always approach it with respect. Now with the peer, I'd be like, no, this is what's going to happen. We going to see eye to eye on this one way or another.
Yeah.
However, with a parent, no, that's not the same thing. I don't expect them to, I don't have to see eye to eye with you, but I do want you to feel comfortable enough for you to express yourself to me and get out what you feel for me to understand where you're coming from. But at the same time, still your parent. I'm always going to be your parent. Even when I'm right now, I'm 6'5". When I'm 6 and when I'm -6,
come on,
I'm still your parent. Even though I'm gone away from here.
Yeah. I struggle with it. I definitely though take it. And I only struggle with it with my eldest child just because of how our relationship started. He really was everywhere with me all the time. It wasn't until he was 18 months old where I felt like I got a break from him. So in his babyness, I felt like we were like, he didn't have nobody else. So me and him I was his friend. He was my friend. That's all I had. However, I do feel that there is a danger, not just in being disrespected, a danger in me not setting myself up as their mom with a period behind it. And I only say that because of what a mom to me signifies. There's a level of protection and shelter that comes from the relationship between mother and child that you don't get friend to friend.
Right.
Friend to friend, you see an ally in, like someone that will hopefully have your back. Your mother has your front, your back, and your sides. And I feel like if I am too like, oh, come on, we're friends. Yeah, you can tell me anything. While I want my kids to do the right thing and to want to do the right thing, if they're going to mess up, I want them to mess up with their friends so that they can come back to me for me to fix it.
Right.
If you messing up with me, who the hell who gonna fix it for you? Who gonna help have your back or help fix the situation? So while I get the urge for people to try to set up a lot of open communication that a lot of people have with their friends that they don't have with their parents, there's like a level of transparency that a lot of times we have with our friends. We'll tell our friends when we're doing that we ain't supposed to be doing, especially at a teenage age. Right. We'll tell our friends ahead of time the plans we think about doing before we done messed up. We ain't gonna tell our parents that. You're not gonna tell your mama that. Yeah. You're not gonna be like, yeah, what I'm
plan on taking your car at night once you go to sleep.
Right. Right. So I get the urge of wanting your child to be that transparent because you hope that you can prevent the problem before it happens. But I do know that there is a level of exploration that is necessary for growth that I can't be directly a part of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as much it is difficult. It is more difficult than what I thought it would be, specifically with my eldest child. However, we definitively have a mother-son relationship.
Yeah.
This boy knows I will come down on his head hard if he's talking foolish or if he has any type of two with me. So he keeps himself under check. I can sometimes see behind his eyes that he be mad, but he knows you keep that back there and you figure out a way to get it out once I leave the room. Don't you dare do that in front of me.
I've definitely caught him behind his eyes before. I've even asking, what? Oh, I said, oh, okay. Because, I mean, he's a good kid. It don't take much. But that's one thing, granted, you know, different strokes for different folks. You know, you have adults or parents that, you know, ask their kids to call them by their first name. Yes. That is never going to be us. None of your friends will call us by our first name. You will not address anyone else's parent by first name. If they want to be called Harold and Jessica, it's going to be Mr. Harold and Miss Jessica. Yeah. Simple as that. I don't care what they tell you. Tell them that I said you have to call him this.
Right.
And I'd be damned if little Mitchell come over here to calling me Marcus.
No, I don't like it. I don't.
For one, I want the parent of someone like that to make sure I want it to be clear of how my child sees you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As the responsible party.
100%.
And I want them to address it and act the same way, and not as you might be your child's friend, but you're not my child's friend.
Come on.
You're an adult. You are are in charge of the situations that happen around my child.
100%. This is a little side thing that I wanted to mention that I probably should have did on Tanksley Pride, but it did. This is why I be having to fight it. So Lil Marcus went on a camping trip. It was called Camp Surf. They were supposed to learn how to surf down in San Diego. The water was disgusting, so they didn't learn how to surf. It was just more of a camping trip. Anyways, when I drop him off at school for the camping trip, all the black teenage girls end up coming up to the car to give me a hug and say, hey. Mm-hmm. I felt so cool. Okay, let's just be 100% honest. First came up the baby that I've known the longest. And her birthday had just passed. Her birthday's a couple of days before Marcus. I got to get her a gift. And she's like, oh, my mom already left. So I open up the car door because it's supposed to be we just like rolling through, drop off the kids and keep going. But Marcus is in the back getting his stuff out of the trunk. And so I give her a hug. I said, oh, let me see your nails. And she was like, oh, they've grown out. I said, they still look good. Another little black girl spots me. She was like, oh, hey, Miss Angel. And the other one was like, oh, hi, Miss Angel. And they come all to the car. And I was like, hey, y'all ready for the trip? They were like, yeah. Little boy whom Lil Marcus used to go to school with, he walks over, and I could tell he didn't know if he should hug me or not. And I was just like, you liking the new school? He was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, y'all be safe. And I was like, period.
Yeah, she was like, she came out and told me that. I said, don't none of them kids say Nathan to me. The ones I can't remember. In fact, well, this is definitely a definite, of his grade. It's definitely two girls that I've known. Yeah. I'll just be like, hey, so there's one of them that'll run up. You know which one that is. She'll run up and hug me. She's like, hey, she'll run up and hug me, whatever. But the rest of them, don't nobody say nothing to me.
Because he don't be smiling as hard as me. But I definitely was like, I'm a popular mind.
Yeah, I'd have been like, what happened? What's wrong with y'all?
I know. And I know the babies' names, too. I was like, Haba, Halala. Yeah, so it's that urge.
Shut up, Sherry. Ain't nobody mean. And also, with somebody's first time in the live, welcome. It was Sadiq. I don't remember Sadiqa.
Oh, you should have been on.
Well, you was in the middle of stuff, so I ain't want to cut you off. But yeah, welcome. Your first live. We appreciate you.
Yeah. But yeah, it's nice. I'm glad that I get to be that mom, and the girls be like, we did, especially because I ain't got no daughters. So this is what I need.
And that'd be the thing. I be spoiling everybody's little girls.
Yeah. I'm like
nieces.
I'm like, but
Little Makari, she don't need. Luckily, she don't ask for much.
No, she don't be.
I have a hard time saying no to kids. Period, though.
You do.
I do. I don't be saying. I do. I be struggling.
You know that feeling you get when you finally find the thing that you've been searching for on the internet? Because you be searching for stuff on the internet all the time. And after spending hours researching and reading thousands of reviews, you find it. This thing, whatever it may be, right? Like Marcus is always searching for stuff for his cars. Marcus is always searching for stuff for all of his hobbies. And like...
It ain't even gotta be hobbies.
Yeah, it's just, if he's like, ooh, there's
rugs?
This thing I need.
Let me see what kind of rugs they got out here in these streets.
He loves it, right? Checks all the boxes, and it has, on review-wise, 5 stars. Oh, and it arrives in just 48 hours. That's when you know you cooking. That's when you know, like, all the stars are aligned for me. So why is it that you can get the most random, wonderfully reviewed thing from around the world in just 2 days? But if you want to see a good doctor, it takes forever to get an appointment. Not to mention, how do you know if they're even good? Thankfully, there's a way. It's called ZocDoc, a place to find and book great doctors who actually have amazing reviews, many with appointments available within 24 hours. Listen, Marcus and I, this is something that we have dedicated to ourselves before the end of the year. him getting a primary care physician. I have to get my OBGYN. And one of the things we're also dedicating is that they're going to be in the area that we want to travel to. Okay, because a lot of times when you just be trying to get referrals from your friends, they'll be like, oh, yeah, I got this great doctor, da-da-da-da-da-da. And then they're all the way in Torrance, which might as well be us traveling to another country.
That literally happened to me recently.
One
of our friends was just like, yeah, I got this great doctor. It was like, where's he at? Maryland.
What?
Why? Well, I'm out there so much. I ain't going to Maryland.
And you're not going to do it. And then not only that, you're like, oh, okay, do they take my insurance? No. Like, why is it so difficult? Well, there's an actual app, ZocDoc, that takes all of that difficulty off of the table, because not only can you find doctors that are actually reviewed by real people, you can find doctors that take your insurance. Okay, and that's huge. If you're already paying for insurance, you're not about to waste that. Don't waste that insurance. Get a doctor that is inside of your network. And for a lot of these doctors, you can book an appointment within 48 hours, which is great. Because it's not going to help you as much as you want it to if you can't see them for another 9 months. Like, what is that? So this is what I want to tell you to do. ZocDoc is a free app where you can find amazing doctors and book appointments online. We're talking about booking appointments with thousands of top-rated patient-reviewed doctors and specialists. You can filter specifically for ones that take your insurance, are located near you, and treat almost any condition you're searching for. Okay? Once you find the doctor, you can book them immediately with just a few app taps. No more waiting awkwardly on hold with the receptionist. That does piss me off too. So listen, you guys, go to ZocDoc.com/argue.
Argue.
And download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/argue.
Argue.
ZocDoc.com/argue.
Argue.
You ready for the main time? So I remember when I was putting together my vision board, there was something that I thought was really interesting that it had me do. It had me think about someone I really cared about, and to think about all the things I wanted for them in life, and to write those things down, because they said it's a lot of times it's easier to think of all the wonderful things we want to have happen for someone else versus ourselves. So our main topic is, what do you wish for me? And vice versa. What do I wish for you in life, in matrimony?
Well, for you,
yeah,
it seems as if you've been living your dreams for like the past 8 years.
8 years.
No, it's the reason this is difficult because it's like you have had pretty much one dream your entire life almost.
Yes.
Well, somewhat. Angel's always wanted to act. That's something you've always wanted to do. Mm-hmm. So everything that you've done here in California, before California, has been geared toward that. Mm-hmm. So even when you were doing stuff on the side or anything that you've done that even didn't involve acting, somehow it was getting right back around to acting. Mm-hmm. That's what I've always admired about you. It's like, for somebody to know truly what your dream is not a common thing. Most people don't know. And I've always considered it a blessing when somebody knows what that is. So for you, what I want for you is, at the very least, I want you to be able to say, what else could I possibly do? Meaning that you've done and achieved everything that you thought you would or even dreamed of. Like that, what's it called? The EGOT. Bring it.
You know what? That's been in my head.
You know what? And it's going to happen.
Oh, thank you.
The EGOT's going to happen. You're going to be sitting there. It's like, what else is there? That's truly what I do. Like, because it's like this, the whole, you joked around for years about this. I'm gonna rap. I'm gonna be a rapper. Y'all should hear this fool in the goddamn car. And don't let her be on the phone with her friend. I ain't even gonna mention her name because she'll call right after this and Angel roll with me, and they're gonna start talking, and they'll probably start freestyling.
Boom. Yup. Let's get it.
I just talked her up, so what's gonna happen?
She ain't no hoe. What?
And one reason Angel wanted to do that is because it's fun for her. You know, you enjoy doing that. It's like everything, your career, everything that you enjoy doing, you want to do as a career and make it happen, and it be happening. If all of a sudden Angel be like, it'd be dope if I could learn how to ice skate and just get paid to do that. And next thing you know, next year, this fool would be a figure skater.
I'd be like,
the first figure skater.
Let's figure this out.
It's like they're going to put all kinds of, they're going to change all the rules of them outfits like they're trying to do with old girl to play volleyball.
Oh, they're going to be like, you sweats. Put on sweats. Too much ass flying around on this ice. Okay, let me do one for you. You're going to look at me stupid, but I actually mean this.
Oh, shit. What's she about to say?
I want you to have an amazing and fulfilled sex life. You were going to look at me.
That's easy as hell.
It is easy. I mean, because I am the vessel from which that is possible. And I think the better I can get a schedule in our like life on one accord, the easier that will to make that happen.
Well, we ain't far from it. Now look, I ain't in my 20s no more.
Come on, don't nobody
want to be in their 20s. Look,
tell the truth then, Marcus.
I am no longer in my early, mid, or late 20s. No goddamn more. First of all, ain't nobody got time for all that. That's a lot.
It is.
Okay, that's a lot. Yes. I don't have the energy. But you were there. It's too much. It's too much. Don't nobody want all that.
He said you were there.
You was there. No, I know. I'm good. Leave that there. All of that. You can leave it right there. I'm 41 and happy about this 41. I am happy about my performance, and I don't want to have to prove nothing. Look, you know what I'm saying? Don't nobody know. It's just too much. So I ain't far from it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We could get a cup. Now, look, the anniversary, that was. Look, we don't need all that.
You don't want that?
Not that. You can pull back just a little bit. Just a little bit. But no, we ain't far from it.
Oh.
We ain't far from it at all.
Okay, that is definitely one of the. I want you to be a man that is actually like I am.
Nah, most
happy.
time I'm shit talking.
Good to know.
I be like, hey, babe, you want? You be like, no. I'm like, whoo.
Tell the truth then.
Just earlier today. I mean, god dang, I ain't. But I'm always gonna be like, hey, no, let's run it again. I gotta keep that upper hand.
Right.
Because when you like, okay, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I've been hitting him a lot with. We gonna do a round two? And he's like,
yeah, we can get round two. Hey, don't we got for some orders to fulfill?
We need to figure out this postage situation.
Out this postage. You know, I was trying to figure this Instagram thing. You want to show me that real quick? No, for you, I want you to be physically exactly where you want to be.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Me too.
Look, I know it's, especially for women, I know it's difficult. Yeah, it'd be difficult for women. Y'all be having kids, y'all hormones change. Look, it's difficult for men. I couldn't imagine how difficult it would be after giving birth 3 times, or 4 times technically, carrying 3 times. And after being on this journey with you, of, you know, staying in shape and working out and everything, I now even more so understand the mechanics of how women's anatomy is and why it's difficult.
Yeah.
So that's why I be here with you in this journey.
Thank you.
I be trying to help out when I see. I still ain't mastered that.
He'd be like, Angel, you know what? I'll be like, leave me alone.
Yeah, no. I don't know how to deter her from doing something that she ain't supposed to be doing or she don't want to do. Mm-hmm. We gonna figure that part out. But yeah, so that's what I want for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. For you, I want for you to discover whatever your passion is. And what I mean by that is, while I don't necessarily think that our job has to align with our passion, but it can be so much fun when it does. So even if we can't do that, just as long as the thing that like refills your cup is something that we can have a part of every single day of your life, I would absolutely love that for you. I enjoy what?
I was just thinking about like the stuff that I be looking at, the hobbies. Is like I'm just gonna start doing content on these 4 things just all at the same time.
this, and this.
It'd be the most random.
Marcus says it's.
I do have a lot of people think like, oh, Tank, you got an addiction to cars. You always looking up cars. I look up everything.
Yeah.
I go down these wormholes. Well, for one, I'm a bit of a geek. That's why Angel I always know that I know what the weather's gonna be.
Yeah, oh yeah, that happened yesterday. Anything, so funny.
Astronomy. I'm all of astronomy, astrology, astronomy, the stars. Astronomy. I'm all into that. Actually, I'm about to get my daddy's telescope shipped out here.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. I was gonna bring it back with me, but now I'm not going this month. It just be the most random. So I go down these wormholes and just looking stuff up. But go ahead. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No. We just said that yesterday. I was sitting in the kitchen cooking.
I was cutting Marcus's hair, wasn't it?
No, you hadn't started cutting his hair yet. We were cooking, and I said, babe, what's the weather going to be like today? He was like, oh, it's going to be in the 90s. And I said, I want you to realize I knew that you would know that answer, even though I know you haven't been outside. And I told little Marcus, I said, that's when you know you're getting old, when you know the weather. Just to know the weather.
It's more behind it. I got to look up the forecast to see, all right, what's the overcast going to be like? How much sun is going to be hitting the solar panels? Do I turn the pump on or not? You know what I'm saying? If I go outside, what do I need to do? How hot is it going to be? Does Lottie need to come in because I'm her only owner that cares about her?
Whatever. I cleaned up that baby's poop today. She pooped everywhere. Bless her little heart. Felt so bad for that baby. But yeah, there is something beautiful about knowing that you, not to say that this job and and one more. Not to say that this job doesn't sometimes drain me. Heck, it's even straining my voice right now just talking to you all. I can feel my throat getting tight. This job does tire me sometimes, whether it be podcasting, whether it be touring, whatever the heck it is. However, in the actual act of it also feeds me at the same time. So I think there's something beautiful about being able to be somewhere connected to what your passion is. Yeah. So I pray for you the discovery of that.
Thank you.
And that
And that's why I said the thing about the car content that I wanted to start doing. Because I think that could be helpful for a lot of people. And I just be doing it for fun. When friends call me, when Kev told me they was looking for a truck, what you looking for? And they told me the color.
Marcus found that truck.
And I found it. They only had 2 in Southern California.
Yeah.
I said, oh, I got y'all. Don't worry about it. I looked it up. Go here.
He loves it. He does. He loves it. All right. Your turn again.
Oh, my turn again? I hear about you. You mention your dreams and your passions all the time, and I shouldn't have started off with that first one. And that was an easy way out because I'm like, there's so many. But I'm gonna be 100% real. I'm gonna be all the way honest right now. I want you to meet Beyonce and y'all just have a real cool conversation.
I would love that as well. I would love that.
I know you would act like you got some sense as long as you knew 100%. Beforehand. You wouldn't do good with her just you walking around the corner and y'all almost running into each other.
The first 2-3 seconds, it would take me a second to pull, but I would pull together faster than what most people would think.
Yeah.
Just out of not wanting to embarrass myself. I would love that. I really feel like people, because I am a big fan, really I can be either or. I can just be the crazed like fan that just like, oh, I love your music. Da, 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 da. But really on a professional level, I truly admire everything she's accomplished. And on a personal level, with her being a mom, with her being a wife, with her being a daughter, a sister, I also connect with that. Mm-hmm. I would love to just have a conversation,
just like a real down to earth, like
regular conversation.
Like, yeah, girl, man, this nail broke too. I need to go back. Just like, but like it's same. Like for me with Jay-Z, is big. I'm a huge fan of Jay-Z, but you can. It's easier to read. It's kind of easy to read some celebrities. Is like, I know he ain't no approachable person. As big of a fan as I am of his, I would never just go out my way and be like, hey, I know he ain't with that. If it was in the environment, it's like I would wave. But even if he was like, they walked in the room, I was like, you know what? I'll speak from a distance. Mm-hmm. Keep my distance.
I bet.
He's the type of person he would speak in passing, I'm sure.
I'm thinking he probably speaks in passing, and if it's a conversation that he wants to be in, he probably engages fully into the conversation.
I ain't got a conversation that nigga want me. I don't have a conversation.
You never know. Listen.
He still on Duce, maybe. I love your cognac. He's like, man, that's just an investment. Get out of here.
Right. But no, maybe, listen, there might be a conversation about old school cars that could last 5 minutes. It'd be like,
ain't in old school.
You don't know? He might
Trust
be like,
me, I know he's
no, he might be like, no, my friend had this one, but it was something wrong with such and such. You never know. You never know. I don't know this man. We don't know any of these people. We don't know any of these people.
No, we don't.
Okay, another one for you, and then I'm gonna do the last ad. I want a peace for you, and PEACE, peace.
I want a piece for me too.
You so my husband's brain, I think, takes a long time to shut off, and that's probably why I'll catch you doing more mindless stuff. Mm-hmm. Like going down wormholes. Well, it's mindless in the sense of it might not be getting you any closer to the things you want in life.
That's true.
I think it can be tiring to have your mind always like going. This is the pot calling the kettle black. I, however, no, I find peace when I'm in the middle of doing the thing that I want to do. So if it's like I'm like cooking with the kids, my mind was right there in a very peaceful place. When I am on stage doing the podcast tour with you, I'm right there in a very peaceful place. I'm not all over the place. And I think it still goes hand in hand with the passion. I think because you're still trying to find your thing, it kind of keeps your mind hopping from one thing to the next.
And that's why I tinker. When I say tinker, like I mess with cars. I do little house project where the house stuff just needs to be done. But it used to be washing the cars. I'll just go outside and wash cars because my mind ain't focused on. It's almost like going fishing. My mind shuts down, and that's when I'm at peace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. So let me tell you a little something about a company that I love because of I like the feeling of luxury. I like the feeling of like clean. While I am a bright and bold, colorful person, a lot of times there's sometimes where I just love a very like muted, clean palette. And I love when things look rich, when things look like, that's money. That's the feeling I get with Jenny Kane. And the quality is so amazing that like That's the luxury that you are feeling. That's the luxury that you're seeing. I have actually a couple of items from Jenny Kane, both from their home collection as well as their collection that you can wear. They have some beautiful, is it cashmere? You have one of their sweaters, babe.
Yeah.
I think
got
it's
the gray fisherman sweater.
Yeah, the fisherman sweater. I gifted my niece these beautiful black sandals that have a leather knot at the top of them. And then we have a blanket from them, one of our decorative blankets. It's so beautiful. I really actually only like to be the only person to use it, but I allow other people to use it. And then I have, oddly enough, I have my favorite hand sanitizer. I know this seems weird. It's from them because the scent, you know how some hand sanitizers, they just be so, it's just like
Pungent.
Yes, this one smells so nice, clean, and again, just kind of expensive. So Jenny Kane, it comes out of like kind of feeling like Californian. It's a Californian brand. And I think they are perfect to add to your fall wardrobe. Their staples make getting dressed easier than ever than before. Think minimalist and effortless. That's what, to me, a lot of times screams luxury, not a lot of gaudy things. But when it's like a minimalist, it's effortless. I'm telling you, you look like $1 million, okay? But totally refined. From luxury cashmere sweaters and iconic accessories to elevate versions of your everyday basics, not to mention the most incredible home essentials too, Jenny Kane is here to help you live your best season yet. And for a limited time, our listeners get 15% off their first order. So I know the shoes, the sandals that I had gifted my niece, she gets compliments on those all of the time. And the only reason why I gave them to her is because I accidentally selected the wrong size because I wanted them for myself. And I was like, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you. Okay, always. So Jenny Kane is known for their super luxe yet lightweight sweaters. And I want you to trust us. Their cashmere is better than anyone's. The Cashmere Fisherman, which he has, and the Cashmere Cocoon are the best sellers in every season. And they're perfect to style in the fall, especially if you, somebody like me, I sometimes get like hot real easy. So I can't wear like sweaters that are too thick. So there's like the perfect in between where you still feel like you're going to have some warmth, but it doesn't feel like you are about to sweat to death. Also, they have stunning collection of home essentials, timeless furniture pieces, cozy throws, which we have, perfectly curated decor, and the most incredible candles. You're going to want to keep one in every single room. Plus, they have incredible reward program where you can earn up to 10% back with every purchase. And joining is completely free. Find your forever pieces at jennykane.com. Our listeners get 15% off your first order when you use code ARGUE15.
ARGUE15.
At checkout. That's 15% off your first order at JENNIKAYNE.com. Promo code ARGUE15.
ARGUE15.
Let getting dressed be one less thing to worry about. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and go to audience question.
Hey, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
We have 5 to choose from. I'm going to read all 5 of them, and I'm going to let you choose. Okay. Emil Hart asks, please give advice on how you navigate the unknown new in your life. Both of us stepped out courageously with the move to LA to pursue the dreams, leaving 9 to 5 in my new rap career. Portia Renee asks, what was the minimum? 3 times a week? I'm here for 3 times a week. Referring to knocking boots. Simply VM asks, how do you all balance the kite and string personalities in your relationship, not to stifle the dreams, but stay grounded? Ooh, that was a good one. Rainy Willow says, Tank, when leaving your 9 to 5, what were the fears and how did you overcome them? Did it weigh on your conscience and or self-esteem as a provider? That's a really good one. And then the last question, Angel, is there any update on the Seattle show? I came in late, so I have missed the announcement or update. Samantha, there's no update. We're going to answer yours right now. There's no update so far. Which one of the four then do you
I mean, shoot, there was some good ones in there. It was like three solid ones.
Yeah. Which one?
Well, let's answer one that was for both of us.
Okay.
That was the
Any advice on how to navigate the
new,
unknown
or the unknown
and new in your life? This is from Emil Hardy. I'll start. You can add to it.
All right.
I think it's a combination of both. I think you can create plans. Like, even though you might not have all the information, you can still come up with a strategy of how to tackle it. Excuse me. And what I mean by that is, when we think about Marcus moving out here in the beginning, strategy was, okay, we know how much we now know the range of what the apartments are like in California. So we automatically knew, one, we were going to be living together. It didn't matter if we were married or not. It was stupid thought to even think about living alone because of the cost of mortgage.
Right.
And not mortgage, rent. And it was going to take a two-person income to afford any place. Two, because he didn't have any work references for out here, making sure he had some sort of savings to float him until he found a job. Because I know the expectation can be like, I got to get a job day one when I get out here. Getting a job in LA is actually harder than what most people think.
Yeah, especially in the field that if you have something specific you want to do.
Yeah. You want to?
So it was for us, for that specific thing, it was a lot of planning. We knew there was something new coming, and there was a lot of planning. That was, like she said, saving. That was me calling months in advance, just trying to set up interviews, and nobody was trying to hear anything because, like I said, at the time, or like as a lot of y'all know, I was an electrician. Trying to set that up was almost impossible. People wanted me to be out here. They wanted to know my address was here. The ones that did, take my call. And then again, once getting out here, understanding that we're gonna be living together. There was. It took me a while to find a job, and it still wasn't in the field that I was familiar with. I had to basically start over. Yeah. So understanding, accepting that as a, I was an electrician. I'm going into this building engineering thing, which is not, only one aspect of that is electricity. The other is, 3 other trades, which, I had to learn a lot of that. HVAC, I didn't know anything about, but I learned it while I was there, which only helped, me later on in life. But understanding that, you might be a fish out of water for a little while. Understanding that at the time, it was definitely difficult to get over that. It wasn't like, all right, this is what I got to do. Is what I'm going to hunker down. No, I wasn't happy about that at all. Just starting to feel like I was starting over all over again. But I still had a very strong, I could still use my previous knowledge as a, as a crutch. Like, hey, I may not be able to do that, but I can also do this better than anybody else here. Yeah. And also understanding that if there's something new, there's going to be things that you don't know. Period. You can't step into anything new thinking that you know everything. Step in there at the very most, know that you don't know a lot. Yes. That's very important to know, is know that you don't know a lot. Yeah. I've seen the people with the mistakes. Some people get far not knowing that they don't know a lot, or putting on that they know a lot and actually don't. Yeah. And they all end up hitting that wall. Yeah. It's a hard reckoning to deal with. Yeah. If you step in something not knowing, I never put on. Sometimes it's healthy. It might be a good thing stepping into a career or stepping into a new job, kind of putting on. I never put on like I knew a whole bunch that I didn't know. Yeah. Or whatever. If anything, I somewhat downplayed it so I could be impressive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just a little, not a lot, but just a little bit. Yeah, for me, especially in this new rap career, the music industry is very foreign to me. However, there is some crossover when it comes to film and television and being in the entertainment industry. So while I
never fronted like I knew more than what I
Right.
knew, because I was like, if y'all expect me to know certain things,
Yeah.
stop now.
And you can be confident in that position.
Then that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
However, what I knew without a shadow of a doubt, I made sure they knew where I was competent. And I also made sure they knew, just because I don't know it right now, don't mean I ain't going to know it tomorrow. So what I mean by that is my ignorance in this moment of certain things, you're not going to be able to take advantage of it.
Right.
Because I will know. Just give me a little bit of time. So like
that eager to learn for me intimidated a lot of people they felt like I was coming for their position and I wasn't. But he's strong over here. Oh, y'all doing that? Now what's going on with this? Explain to me what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me get up there and do something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would always intimidate them. It's like, oh, even managers and stuff. It's like, why you need to know what we doing in accounting? Because you doing accounting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it is definitely knowing that you don't know a lot, but if you a smart cookie, making sure you walk in the confidence of you won't be ignorant long.
Right.
You won't not know for long if you put the work to learning what's being put in front of you.
And at the time, in being in the trenches, I was just in the trenches. I'm speaking now with confidence this is just coming from wisdom because I've been there. At the time, I just knew I needed to learn as much as I could. Mm-hmm. It wasn't, well, you know what? Let me learn this and learn that. I got to approach it with confidence. No, that was just me. Even if I was mentally in a intimidating place, I never let that intimidation show.
Yeah. So I hope that answers your question.
Hopefully that answered, yeah.
Emil, thank you so much, and thank you to everybody else who submitted questions. Sorry if we didn't get to it because we ain't.
Yeah, that was a lot of good questions on there.
Yeah.
It was hard to pick.
Y'all did the darn thing. Okay, and last but not least, we're gonna do comment of the week. This is on our episode Queen.
And we got a shirt update.
Yeah, we're gonna do the shirt update. Oh yeah, we did that for our Patreon before the episode started. So if you made it this far, thank you, because we got information to tell you. Hell, I think we should probably insert this at the top. I know what we'll do. We'll just let me keep talking. This is from our episode last week. Queen Bee is copying me. It is from Royal. Let me see. No, Royatich. I'm sorry, girl. I don't know
what we meant.
Royatich 5336. I love ... You guys. The chemistry that you all have with each other is the bomb. The way your husband looks at you and you look at him is so sweet. The way you all let each other be your authentic selves is such a beautiful thing that most couples wish they have. Love you guys, and may your blessings overflow with greatness on you all's journey.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was so
we appreciate
sweet.
That. Absolutely.
I appreciate you so much. So, you guys, here is the shirt update. Due to a clerical error during our fulfillment process, a lot of the shirts that were sent out, majority, that were sent out via USPS were sent with the wrong postage amount, which caused two things. One, for there not to be a tracking information. Mm-hmm. Two, for either your package when received to have a COD on it, or for it to be kicked back to us. So, because there's no tracking, I can't tell which way this thing is going. This is what we ask of you. One, please forgive us. This was it was a small oversight that caused a huge problem.
Absolutely.
So, if you are one of the unfortunate people that receive your shirt and there is a COD on it, please email info@shopmamalikes.com and send me your order number plus a picture of your COD, and we will refund your original form of payment for the shipping that the post office made you responsible for. If your shirt returns back to us, we will send you an email letting you know your shirt came back to us. We are reshipping it to you with the appropriate tracking number. Again, we really apologize.
Yeah.
There are a couple of issues that we're running into. And then if in about like a week, neither one of those things have happened. if you ain't received your shirt, if you haven't, if we haven't received your shirt, we will refund you your full amount. We greatly apologize for this.
Yeah, apologize. Hopefully all the shirts either get to you or get to us. But that's where we at with that.
So we have proof that we sent everything.
Yeah.
We just don't know where.
Right now, we ain't got it.
Yes, we don't have.
We got 3 back so far.
Yes, we've gotten certain things back. I am checking I'll be checking the post office on a daily basis. To collect shirts. I'm actually going to go there after this just to leave a note with the P.O. box of. There's just so many issues.
Yeah.
But it'll never happen again. We want to make sure you get your shirts. We want to
Absolutely.
clear up this situation. So, again, apologies on our behalf. All right. Tank, where can the people find you?
Hey, y'all can find me on Instagram at Marcus Ann on the gram, Facebook at Marcus Ann on the book, and TikTok at Tank Don't Talk. I need to post something over there. And y'all can find my beard and body butter called Man Shit. You can go to manshyt.com and check that out. I got a scented and unscented version. And y'all can also find me on Tanksley TV. Over there, I'll be posting other stuff. I have another podcast I do called Let Us Tell It.
Yes, check out Let Us Tell It because him and Greg be having a good time. You can find me a little bit of everywhere. First of all, you need to be streaming One Margarita, and I'm talking
Absolutely.
about every single remix, the original. Watch the video. I want the numbers to continue to go up. Our latest remix is with Snow the Product. It is the bilingual remix because this lady can speak into the Spanish as well as the English, and her rapping is fire. So please continue to check out One Margarita. You can listen to my other podcast, Here's the Thing, with Kev on Stage. We're on all streaming platforms, and me and Marcus's other podcast, The Bald and the Beautiful, with Kev and Melissa Fredericks. Mommy Confessions will be coming back now that the kids are in school. I'm going to start scheduling with Denore and Quinn, so you all will be able to get your mommy fix as well. Last but not least, you can subscribe to this YouTube channel. The numbers is going up. I love it. Make sure you're following this man. He's this close. He's inching his way to 100K. On Instagram. On Marcus Ain't on the Gram. Let's
like
get
300
him
away, y'all.
Get him over the threshold of that.
And Kenny, we gotta shoot something in a celebratory post.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's it, y'all. We're gonna let y'all go. We'll talk to y'all next Monday. Until then.
Absolutely. Y'all have a good one, fam.
Bye.